Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Let's Talk, the Houston Roundball Review presents the Let's Talk Houston Rockets, which apparently might be shrunk to Let's Talk Rockets. I guess I'm getting too popular on the show. I'm getting copyright and trademark infringement notices now, last few days. Go figure. But we're going to talk Rockets in the 97-84 win over what's left of the Orlando Magic. Golly, what an ugly basketball game, but it's a win. Rockets are now 40-25. The big lineup, the double bigs worked again. Your thoughts on the double big lineup, how it worked, the effectiveness, the necessity of it, obviously with Amin Thompson out, Reed Shepherd out, Fred VanVleet out. Jabari Smith made his threes. 5 for 10 from three, scored 20 points, 7 rebounds, 1 block. Dylan Brooks took a lot of shots. 7 for 21, 3 for 9 from three, scored 17 points. Jalen Green took a lot of shots. 6 for 18 from the floor, 3 for 9 from three, 0 free throws. Arpin Şengün, 14 points. Did not take a lot of shots, 5 for 9. Made his 1-3, 14 rebounds, 4 assists, 6 turnovers. And Man Mountain, Steven Adams, off the bench, 11 points, 17 rebounds. Man Mountain did it again. He's got to be the strongest man in the NBA. He's something else. Something else. All told, Rockets 35 for 89 from the floor, 16 for 43 from three, made 12 threes in the second half, 63 rebounds, dominated the glass. Orlando, bless them, only had 42 rebounds. Rockets dominated the Magic. 63 to 42 on the boards. Plenty of bricks to go around. Orlando, 28 for 86. On 9 turnovers. But boy, that team, that injuries, woo, hurt that team all over me. Their offense is garbage. Oh man, their lack of a playmakers, brutal. Oh, but Rockets dealing with their own issues and injuries in that backcourt, and they still got it done. Woo, my goodness gracious, man! I Orlando, man. Edward, how you doing? The first ever game, I think Jabari had a better game than Paolo. And the Rockets could be. Let's see. I didn't bother looking at Paolo's numbers because Orlando was just blah, 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 blah. Solo, how are you? Thank y'all for chiming in. But I was serious. I'm getting more messages about trademark copyrights on my title and my shows and my merch. Paolo scored 25 points. He was 10 for 23, 5 rebounds. That's kind of, a thing. He usually has more boards than Jabari in the head-to-head matchups. But Orlando's offense is just bad. Oh, man, it's bad. Solo, Adams and Şengün looking like Akeem and Ralph out there. That Twin Towers, going back to Akeem, Ralph, and Jim Peterson back in the day when they had I'm going back. What's his name? When it was Jim Peterson and Dave Feidel had the Ivory Towers coming off the bench and the Twin Towers in start lineup. Man, it's working. Do y'all like it? Y'all like what y'all see from it? I mean, it's going to be here for a bit, but man, you got to go with what works. Magic offense is I'm not even sure if high school level. Maybe some high school freshman team. Man. Oh, Derrick, how are you? With 11 pick against 3 pick. After that block, that was a hell of a block. That was a great block. Superb block. But man, and this is the bottom line right here, as Derrick says. It was ugly game, but it's a win. It's a win. Rockets hit 40 wins. Solo Rockets, let's see, we got 65 games down, 17 more to go. Will they go at least 10-7 in these next 17 to reach 50? Yeah, because it was, boy, that was an ugly game. Could build some townhomes with the bricks tossed up today. Boy, bricks. I mean, second half shooting. Rockets were 2 for 14 on twos. 2 for 14 on twos. Golly, man. And they won by double digits. Orlando, 11-43, 3 for 13 on threes, 8 for 30 on twos. Yee. But hey, it's a win. Y'all don't care about that. It's a win. That's what matters. It's a win. The Rockets got the win. Got what, 4 more games on this homestand? Got the Suns, as Solo reminds me, keeps track of. That Suns first round pick looks better and better for the Rockets, and the Rockets have a direct hand in it on Wednesday and take advantage of that and continue the Suns slide into oblivion. But man, oh man, I'm telling you, that boy. Solo says he thinks Brook Lopez was meant to play with Şengün, just like how Adams is doing, except Lopez can shoot the three. Well, I think, Bucks had a higher price. But Deverick, I was about to call the Rockets, about to tell the Rockets to call BetterHelp for therapy. Are y'all concerned with the lack of, with no Fred, no Amin for, Fred, I guess, is day to day, but then again, aren't we all day to day? Amin, Sham saying Amin's off for about, 1 to 2 weeks? Reed's off for about 4 weeks. Y'all's favorite backup guard, Aaron Holiday's going to get some consistent run now for sure. Is that a good thing? And with the double bigs, of course, you got Steven Adams and Al P. You got Jabari. Hell, the starting five was big for the Rockets. So it's jumbo side lineup. Jalen Green. Jalen did not shoot the ball well, but he had 8 dimes, 7 rebounds. The starting five was Tari Eason, Jabari, Al P, Dylan, and Jalen. Even old man Uncle Jeff came off the bench, was 3 for 6 from 3, scored 9 points. Making do what they have. And who is it? Is it Jamon? Who is it besides Justin? Jamon was kind of hoping to see more minutes for Cam with Amin out. Let's not read too much into it yet, but I think it's kind of I think the writing's on the wall for Cam. What do y'all think? And you know what I mean about that, what I'm referring to. KDC, how are you? We have a lot of good defensive wings in Dylan, Tari, and Bari. No Amin, no problem. But running the offense, facilitating the offense, that might take a step back without Amin. But Jalen, he did a solid job. What are your thoughts on Jalen running the offense? Jalen Green running the offense. How did he look? He's going to have to do it more for at least a week or two. Do y'all think he can get it done? Do y'all think he can be productive and have a positive assist to turnover ratio in it? If he can do that, that adds more to his bag and more to flexibility for the Rockets. 8 assists, 4 turnovers. That's 2-1. I'll put this out there. That's better than Kate Cunningham been doing the last 4 games. Mr. 7 turnovers a game. 28 turnovers in 4 games. 28 turnovers in 4 games. So 8 assists, 4 turnovers. Are y'all glad about that? Can he do it some more? KDC, email was complimentary of Point Jalen. Jamon is a tough grader, tough teacher, tough professor. Jalen still has issues with turnovers. Solo, this is what Ime envisioned for Jalen that he feels like. Derrick wants Cam needs to show up until Amin gets back. Well, he got to get minutes, get on the court. So, but yeah, what do y'all think about? I mean, with a big lineup, Ime, what the Rockets went, he played 8 guys until garbage time. It was Tari, the starters, Tari, Jabari, Alpi, Dylan, Jalen. Then the bench, Uncle Jeff, Steven Adams, and Aaron Holiday. And then Cam, Jay Sean, Nate, and Doc Landell came in the last 2+ minutes. So he went with an 8-man rotation. Solo, Deverick, Jamon. Do y'all agree with me? Ime went with an 8-man rotation without Amin, without Reed, without Fred. Cam Whitmore was not in that 8-man rotation. Is that an indication to you that the writing is on the wall for Cam Whitmore? Hell, you got no Amin, no Fred, no Reed, and all Cam got was 2 minutes of garbage time? Oh, those not garbage time. You're professional. You have to show you belong and show your wares in those minutes that you get. Be professional. The coaches don't say it's garbage time. Okay. The TV folks don't want to say it's garbage time. Okay. But here in this show, we can say it's garbage time. So KDC thought Ime did a good job on personnel choices. Magic is a certain type of team. Magic, Orlando's tall, long, can't shoot for crap, can't shoot nothing but crap. Today's lineup did their job. We'll see what the lineup looks like on Wednesday. But the standings, LeBron's injury kind of changes things. Not kind of, it does. Denver is back in the 2 seed. Lakers are now back in the 3rd seed, 1 game behind Denver. Only a half game ahead of Memphis. Rockets are in 5th. Only half game behind Memphis and 1 game behind the Lakers and 2 games behind the Nuggets. 2, 3, 4, 5 are separated by 2 games. I tell you, beating up a sorry Pelicans team twice and a woeful Orlando team kind of changes things, doesn't it? Bronson, thank you. You are correct. A great assessment. Thank you for chiming in. Thank you very much. Adams' offensive rebounds negated that the Rockets turned the ball over a lot. They had 20 turnovers. 20. So that's not a good thing. And a better team, Atlanta's not. They're not good. They've gone backwards since all the injuries. 20 points off of those 20 turnovers, but 63 rebounds. 63 rebounds. They missed 7 free throws. Made 2 twos. 2 twos in the second half, but 12 threes. The 3-point shooting also helped them win this game. Going 12 for 29 from 3 in the second half, but 2 for 14 on twos. And an irony is Orlando outscored the Rockets, even though it was a huge rebounding edge for the Rockets. Orlando outscored the Rockets by 2 in second chance points, 21-19. Rockets made 12 threes in the second half. Orlando made 3 threes in the second half. Rockets took 29 threes. Orlando took 32s. Rockets took 29 threes in the second half. And Craig Ackerman mentioned it. Orlando's offense, what it has been the least efficient offense in the NBA for what is it now? 13 straight years, 13 consecutive years. Part of that inefficiency is a huge disparity like that, taking 30 more twos than threes and bricking both of them. So Solo, I think Solo's onto something, saying Orlando's offense is a high school offense. It's worse. It's worse than that, man. Ugh. Solo hopes Rockets trade Cam, but then doesn't trade Reed. And Rockets, take advantage of a bad team. Way too many turnovers, 20. Not going to be a winning team with all those turnovers. Derrick going back to taking veiled shots at Cam. Ime not going to give minutes to no one who was not showing up. Cam Whitmore, this is your time right now, young fella. These next 2 weeks, put in the time in practice and get it done and get in the rotation. Seems, I think, glaring that minutes are there to be had for Mr. Whitmore in these next 2 weeks. Steven Fernandez. Thank you, Steven. Alpe's doing his best, Cade Cunningham as well. Past 10 games, Alpe's averaging 5 turnovers a game, 5+. Yep. Cade doing about the same thing. Ball in your hands a lot. I understand all that. Take care of the ball. You're a professional. Don't be careless with the basketball. You are professional. Take care of the basketball. Stop trying to do the fancy plays. Stop trying to hit all these home runs. Just keep it simple. Read the defense and make the right pass at the right time. Space age being positive coming in. Good win tonight. It's a win. So in that sense, it's a good win because it's a win. But it was ugly. It was ugly. A lot of bricks, a lot of missed twos, a lot of turnovers. But it's win number 40. 40-25, 17 games left in the regular season. Rockets are in that mix. They've won 3 in a row. And again, they are only 2 games behind Denver in the second spot. Denver's 42-23. Lakers are 40-23. Memphis is 40-24. The Rockets are 40-25. Let me talk this out because NBA media is national media is starting to get on the little hype train again. Have y'all given thought to the Warriors catching and passing the Rockets in the standings? Have y'all given thought to that? Golden State is leading right now, and assuming they hold on, got a second half to go against Portland, they will be once again back to 3 games behind the Rockets in the standings. Have y'all given thought to the possibility that Golden State will catch and pass the Rockets in the standings? Space age, the point guard, that's clear. We all agree on that. Yep. Did not see Manic say this about the Rockets wanting. Well, a lot of folks on this, a lot of the kinfolk here on these shows want the Rockets to trade for Devin Booker. Yeah, we've discussed that. I did not see Kris. Uh, he brought it up or discussed it, wrote about it, talked about it. I hadn't, but the thing is, Damon says no. Rockets won't be passing us up. Derek says yes. Mr. Big Texco says the Rockets ain't ready. Well, I've said that too. So, are you saying you don't think so about the Warriors passing the Rockets, or about the Rockets trading? Y'all know you want the Rockets to trade for Book. I know that. Yeah. Space Age thinks the Rockets will maintain this lead 3 games, and this is true. Steven, I see your question. Just one second. I'll get to that in just a second. Okay. KDC is right. Like I said, they're 2 games out of second and 3 games ahead of sixth. Is right? Sixth. Yep. So Warriors win tonight. The Rockets will be 3 up on the Warriors. Warriors lose tonight. It'll be 4. Warriors, they're rolling. Beating some teams. I mean, they're beating teams that they're supposed to be beating. So Lakers, LeBron being out, that's going to have an impact on them. It already is. They've lost 2 in a row. Derrick is offering critiques of Cam. Time for him to show up. Everybody agrees on that, I believe. Steven asked me, am I more surprised with the Rockets or the Pistons? Hell, the Pistons. The Pistons and I believe the Rockets would have a winning record. Not this kind of winning record. But the Pistons, yeah, they're beating up on the sorry teams. Well, I mean, they're no longer sorry, so that's a positive. But Detroit has a chance to triple their win total. I thought they'd max out at 30 wins. They already have, 37? Is it 37? What is it, 37? 36. So I thought it'd be a great year for Detroit if they win 30. They should have a winning record this year. No way I thought that. No way. And so I saw your comment about hope the Rockets have some lottery luck. Could be. And we talked about it, I think, a few times. Mr. Big Texco. Marcus Sasser is a Piston. He's not playing a lot now that since Detroit traded for acquired Dennis Schroeder, but he's still part of a winning team now. It's much better than it was last year, losing 28 in a row. And Quinn Grimes, last time I did a show here, was the night Quinn scored 44, career high for him. Ace Town's finest, how are you doing? Thank you. Welcome to you. Join the discussion, and I saw that the Suns have, but that's going to lead into my question for everyone for a few minutes. The next topic on tonight's post-game show. If the Rockets have lottery luck, I think we talked about it on the previous shows, and we kicked around trade ideas. If the Rockets get lottery luck and Phoenix's pick, which goes to the Rockets end up with the number 1 pick in the draft. What should the Rockets do with that pick? Space Age, Ace Town's finest, Steven. That was the answer. That was the consensus on the previous show. Steven, and then what? because I put it out there, I think some other folks as well. Rockets win the lottery or get the number 1 pick, select Cooper Flag. Does it make it easier to trade for Kevin Durant? Would Kevin Durant, Cooper Flag, how would you get KD in a trade? But if you do it, does that make the Rockets a championship threat next season? Steven says, Cooper Flag, Solo, give me Flag, Derrick Grant, Cooper Flag, H-Town's finest, would keep the pick and draft Flag, then look to move Jabari. But yeah, let me know what you're thinking. Would KD and Cooper Flag, Steven says the Rockets don't need Kevin Durant. Mr. Big says draft Cooper, and that's it. Okay, that's what y'all are saying. Just draft Cooper Flag, but doesn't that create a glut somewhere else in the front court? As Ace Tom's finest is saying. So, Ace Tom's finest, you trade or look to move Jabari to get what? Who or what in return? A package. What's your deal? You're a GM. You guys are better than Nico Harrison. You are smarter than Nico Harrison. You're not going to fall in love with some whatever. I'm not going to talk about all that. That's beside the point. What's done is done. It's water under the bridge. But Ace Tom's finest, Steven, Mr. Big, Texaco, Solo, Rockets draft Cooper Flag, then do what? If Nico was the GM, he would trade the number 1 pick. And he would trade the number 1 pick for a second-round pick in 2050. 2050. Yep. For youth. All right. Mr. Big says, don't want all the money on the books with KD. Steven Fernandez says, if the Pelicans don't finish good this year, he wants to talk with them and see if the Rockets can trade for Zion. What do you think about that? H-Town's finest says he loves KD, but not giving Phoenix their picks back for a 2-year KD rental. I would look to find a point guard if I'm trading Jabari. Not sure of who the point guard is right now. Okay. What do you think about the Zion idea that Steven put out there? Deverick, Solo, Jamon, you're still watching. Everybody else watching here on YouTube. Mr. Big says, take Cooper and then trade some players and picks for LaMelo Ball. Who would say no to that? I wonder about that one. But it's out there for discussion. What do you think about that? Deverick being real. Deverick says Zion needs to stay out of Papados if he's here. Mr. Big says Rockets need a point guard. Space Age says we can't get LaMelo, draft Harper. We need a facilitator. See, I'm leaning more to this with Steven right here. I don't see them giving up LaMelo. But one thing that Luka trade indicated to all of us, you never know. You never know. Here's a new name. Thank you for joining the discussion. His name is new to me. May not be new to Rockets YouTube fans. Lizard, if we end up with the number 1 overall and opted to trade it for elite veteran help, it should be at the guard position. I think everybody agrees on that. Need a point guard. All right, there's a solo with this one. Draft, flag, and trade for Booker. Does that sway any of you Rocket fans who don't want to deal with the Suns? If you can trade and get Book from the Suns, even though Book wants to retire in Phoenix, but hell, Luka wanted to retire in Dallas. See how that played out. Ace Thomas finally said he would take a gamble on Zion. Mr. Big says there are rumors. Well, rumors. I'm not down in the rumors, but there were no rumors that were being leaked about Luka being traded. You know what I'm saying? So I still, more time than not, my caveat, I'll stick with it. More times than not, the trades that happen, majority of them are the ones that we don't hear about. Space Age is overbooked. Rockets need a true point. You kind of by yourself here, Space Age. More and more your family's going the other way. Steven likes Booker if the Rockets can get him. All right, Solo, anybody who wants the Rockets to trade for Devin Booker, who would you want the Rockets to deal to Phoenix to get Book in return? And that's, y'all don't be Nico Harrison. Give me a good deal, one that makes sense for both sides, not just some pie in the sky trash one-sided deal for the Rockets. J-Mon says the Rockets have a point guard in Fred. Fred's not going to be here. I mean, J-Mon, do you see Fred as a long-term answer here? I mean, Fred's going to have to take a pay cut, I think. I think that's staring him in the face. Y'all disagree? Rockets have the team option. Okay, that's fair. All right, Solo going even second or third. Okay, so that was going to be one of my next questions. If the Rockets pick is second or third, would you want them to keep it or package it for an impact player? Or I mean, the Rockets they're still young. So Dylan Harper, Ace Bailey, they're talented. Are y'all kind of concerned? Do y'all have any doubts about they have won a lot this year? Winning does help. Winning is, you put up numbers in college but don't win. Is that an issue as well? Is that an issue? Space 8 says keep it. Keep the second or third pick. J-Mon says you got to keep it if it's top 4. Okay, fair. If they keep it, if it's top 4, then doesn't that or does that mean that Rafael should make a trade with the Rockets core to get that point guard or get that whatever you guys think the Rockets are lacking? Because they keep a top 4 pick. Doesn't that open up a need for a trade elsewhere, or does it? Y'all tell me here on this edition of LTHR as we're watching it on Facebook and YouTube. Damon says, yeah, you got to trade. Oh, he said it. That was the name I was going to ask you. You got to trade Jalen or Jabari. So you'd keep your top 4 player Obviously, it's Cooper Flag. You're doing that. You're keeping that, no doubt. But second, third, or fourth, okay. If it's fourth, if the pick is 4, who is the fourth player in the draft? I'm kind of curious on it, but the answers y'all give me for the fourth player in the draft, who would it be? Because, Cooper Flag, Ace Bailey, Dylan Harper seem to be the consensus top 3. Who's 4? 4? You knocking Janai Broom at 4? Ooh, Mr. Big Tex God. He doesn't solve he doesn't solve a rocket need, especially at 4. KDC says VJ Edgecombe or Caspers. Solo says Kasparas. KDC at 4. Who of your two fits the Rockets' need? Or you're just drafting, want the Rockets to draft for talent and where, best player available, and then, make it fit later on. Because, I can't pronounce some young fella's last name, but he's at Illinois. He's young too. He's 18. He's got skills. And he's not sure what he does great. Kind of, is he a point guard, shooting guard, a combo guard? KDC says Lane still best player available at 4. H-Town's finest, trade proposal. Phoenix gets Jalen Green, Reed Shepard, Jock Landale, and 2 picks back. Houston gets Book. Jamon? Solo? Steven? Y'all thoughts on that? Lizard? Deverick? Interesting. Okay, so at 4, and let me see if I can pronounce Kasper's last name. What is it? Tionis? 6'6", Illinois. So Jamon, he liked that deal. H-Town's finest. Maybe you should put in for the job in Dallas. Making trade ideas like this. You got your kinfolk approving it. Put that in the trade machine. Does it work in the trade machine? I haven't checked on any of the like Spot Track or whatever. But Jalen Green, Reed Shepard, Jock Landale, 2 picks. And Houston gets Devin Booker. Jamon said that's a deal. Steven likes it. Mr. Big likes it as well. So even, well, I guess you trade for Book. Solo would rather toss in Cam instead of Reed. Derrick agrees. All right. H-Town's finest says that trade should work based on the salaries. Might get myself in trouble trying to do this. Let's see here. Let's see. Try to do this on the fly. Let me see. Rockets trade. We got Reed. I need to pick the second team. Where are we going here? Trying to do it. I Got to back up. So Rockets, Phoenix, go. But it does sound like a good trade. Yeah, I do like it. I already got Reed, Shepard, Jock Landale. Who else was it? not, Rockets are not building around Cam. That's a good joke. I like that. That's funny. Jalen, of course. How'd I forget? Yeah, Jalen. All right, Jalen. And Book. Okay, I gotta get the picks in it. I don't know how to do that part. But it says the trade. Let me make sure I got it right. Jalen, Reed, and Jock. Is that right? Jalen, Reed, and 2 picks. Okay, right now the spot track says the trade fails. The trade currently fails. Houston is hard capped and over the first apron. This team will be a second apron team after this trade. And it fails on the Rockets end or something. I got to look at this. It doesn't make sense to me somehow. But yeah, some reason it says it doesn't go through on the Rocket side because it says pass on the Sun side. Probably, but yeah, good idea. I didn't do that for. Well, let's see. I didn't change salaries. I just clicked on the names in it, so I don't know if that made a difference. H-Town's finest. Like I said, trying to do it on the fly, so I just clicked on the names that popped up for me, and that's what I did. So that's what I got. But hey, it's not a bad idea. But yeah, and let me see something about Jalen and his notes. Because doesn't he have, let's see. I got to check on it because doesn't Jalen have some current cap, what, trade kickers, whatever, in his contract too, also? Let's see. Live here on Let's Talk Houston Rockets, messing with Trade Machine. All right, don't want that. All right, Jalen Green. This player, he can be traded, but has a poison pill restriction until July 1st. So maybe that's what's the holdup in the machine. Maybe that's what it is. So after July 1st, maybe that trade to go through. So maybe that's what it is because of the poison pill until July 1st might be holding up that deal. So trading Jalen Green to get Book in return. Not too shabby. Not too shabby. So after July 1st, that deal might go through. I knew he had a poison pill at some point. I knew there was something special in his contract. But even after nights like tonight, Jalen Green having 8 assists, 4 turnovers, that's still 2-1. Jalen Green facilitator. Y'all still want Book instead? With that trade, would Book and Alp Cooper Flag. In that deal, there's no Jabari in that deal, so Jabari is still here. Tari, etc. Would that make the Rockets a championship team? And Fred. So you add Book, subtract Jalen Green. Does that make the Rockets a championship contender next year? And I'm tell you, I wish I had better knees and a little bit taller, because can y'all imagine this? Making $53 million for playing basketball. And I'm not hating. I am appreciating $53 million in a season for playing basketball at the highest level. Wow. $53 million for playing basketball. Man. The TV media rights deals. J-Mon says the Rockets would make it to the Western Conference Finals with Book. Yeah, Cooper he's been kicking around in the ideas of returning a Duke for like a month. I believe it. Until he does it, I won't believe it. H-Town's finest would trade Green due to his inconsistencies, and also trade Reed and Jock to clear up some roster spots. Salary cap keeps going up. Media rights deal next year kicks in. NBC gets back. The theme song gets back, returns. Who is it? What else? ESPN has less games. NBC has Sunday night and Monday night games, I think. That's right. Next season. $53 million. That's a lot of money. God bless. God bless. That'll do it, everybody. Thank you, GMs. You guys should put in your applications with the Mavericks. They might be looking to hire a new GM at some point soon. But that'll do it on this edition of Let's Talk Houston Rockets. Recapping, it wasn't pretty. Doesn't have to be. The bottom line is to get the dub. And the Rockets did that. They defeated the Orlando Magic. Monday night final score 97-84 to improve to 40-25. Jabari Smith Jr. 20-7. Dylan Brooks 17 points, 3 boards. Jalen Green 15 points, 7 rebounds, 8 assists, 4 turnovers. Alperen Sengun 14 points, 14 rebounds, 4 assists, 6 turnovers. And the Mountain Man, Steven Adams, 17 rebounds, 11 points. Rockets own the boards, out-rebounded the Magic 63-42. 63-42. Orlando, bless them, could not make shots to save their lives. But that's not the Rockets' problem. Rockets dealing with injuries too, and they still won, and that's what counts. Rockets do it again on Wednesday against these aforementioned Suns. Rocket fans get a chance to see a future Rocket if they get their wishes granted. Majority of the Rocket fans here, the family does not want KD as that future Rocket. They want Book. They want Devin Booker. I wonder if that attitude or answer will change if and when Ime Udoka says or Tim Fertitta says, I want KD. In the summer, I want KD. It's going to happen. I want KD. We'll see. The year is wrong, Steven. Your year is wrong. Wishful thinking, though, it'd be nice, but Detroit is not ready at all. Nowhere close for that this year. Their half-court offense is worse than the Rockets. But I think I'm back on my timetable. I think was that 4 or 5 years ago, 4 years ago, 3 years ago, 3 years ago? So I'm like 26, 27. I think that could happen. A Rockets Pistons final. Since Monty Williams is gone, because he destroyed that timeline with his ineptitude last year. But everyone, thank you for your comments. Thank you for your questions. Thank you for your trade suggestions. Bravo to all of that. You guys always come through and bring it with respect. So subscribe to the Houston Roundball Review YouTube channel. Spread the word about the Let's Talk Houston Rockets. Might end up having to become the Let's Talk Rockets post-game show soon enough. But spread the word. Still going to do the takeover show. Still looking for sponsors on, all of my shows now. Just got to get in where I fit in. My one sponsorship ended, so try to look for get a sponsor for that. Email me at advertise@thehrr.com. Get more information about my online business directory. Be part of that. And I mentioned you on these shows. $50 for a whole year, $50 for a whole year. And you can be sponsored for this show for $50. Email me at advertise@thehrr.com. That'll do it until hopefully Wednesday. Still trying to get some good news. If I get some good news, y'all will know it because it'll be great news. Trust me on it. It'll be great news for me and for y'all. But definitely for the Houston Roundball Review. Been waiting on this for all of this year. But that'll do it. Wrapping it up. So salute to Steven, Mr. Big Texco, Solo, Jamon, East Town's Finest, Lizard, the new names coming in. Thank you as always for taking time out to participate in the discussion here on LTHR. And wrapping it up in conclusion, y'all know it. Since 1994, the Houston Roundball Review. Local name, global perspective. Everyone, take care. Peace.
Game over.